Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fruits Basket. This is episode 7. Yeah, 7 of the new season. It's titled, That's Right, It's Empty. And we need to really talk about this episode, man, because this episode was honestly pretty fucking amazing. There's a lot of big things happening and a lot of big symbolisms that are being played against each other. And I think it's about time we jump right into the episode. Anyways, let's get into it. So the episode begins where we left off with Kyo having sort of a nightmare sequence, seeing both his mom and Kyoko, and it's weird. It seems like he met her when he was a young kid, possibly when she was running away for a bit, and it's thanks to Kyo, at least, to show why Kyoko should go back and why it's important for her to go see, go see her daughter and do her best to, just be there for her. And a lot of what Kyoko went through is going to be foiled to a lot with Ren, what Ren has been through, and I think it's such an interesting thing. We'll talk about that when we get there. Let's just run through the story real quick, and then we'll talk about the foils and symbolism of these characters. So during Kyo's nightmare sequence, he sees that he has blood all over his hands and that he's killed Tohru, and it haunts him. This thing wakes him up, and he can hear both Momiji and Yuki down, Momiji and Yuki making what it looks like rice patties or something down below, and it's just the nightmare sequence is really haunting him. And after this little scene, we shift over to what's going on with the main estate. We see Shigure rocking around, and he runs into Ren. Ren then tries to pull him in, and he kind of scolds Ren for using Ren Izuzu for even thinking about stealing that box away. And she's kind of like, no, like, why would I used the wrong bait. And he's like, you didn't use the wrong bait, you just don't know what the fuck you're doing. And she kind of retells the story of what's going on with like her basically get into her background story. And her background story is really interesting. It seems like she kind of creeped on Akira, which is Akito's dad. And Akira at the time he wasn't gonna make it. He was very frail. He was a very sick person, and it kind of seems like he wasn't long for the world whatsoever. But he was lonely. There was a lot of stuff that was wrong with him, but he just wanted to be seen. And Ren was the first person in his life to actually see that he was lonely, see that he wasn't happy. And they ended up getting together. The families kind of protest, but eventually they're like, well, if Akito wants to make her his wife, Akito's making her his wife. Thus, they conceive Akito. Akito is born, and off the fucking bat, like, Ren is just jealous that all the attention that Akito is giving to Akito. But it's just like, bro, get over it. It's your fucking kid. Like, it's a baby, man. Babies need all this attention. Like, I can't imagine why you're so like ticked or peeved from this. And at the same time too, what makes this kind of hard is the fact that the boys, all at a young age, are kind of roaming against each other, and Shigure is the only one who actually sees past Ren's bullshit. She's like, you're just jealous of your own fucking kid. Like, it's disgusting. It's literally something that I can't really, like, co-sign on. Eventually, during Akito's passing, the only person that was there for it was Akito. And Ren again is jealous that the person who spent the last moments with her beloved, with her most precious being in the world, was the one person that she was jealous of the most. And because of that, they have an argument, and it is just disgusting to see how this woman treats her own child, and how this child is forced to like retaliate in such ways. But again, it's fucking insane. We then kind of see that they've made a bet with each other that, like, Akira will give freedom to the members only for them to like come back to her. But at the end of the day, like, they're not coming back. They want that freedom more than anything. And as she's kind of as the flashback kind of ends and the reminiscing is done, we see Shigure just leave because The whole reason why Shigure wants the box gone is because Shigure's base. I swear to God, Shigure is a Capricorn, man. He wants to fucking take away every crutch that's left in Akito's life to force Akito to grow up. That's exactly what he wants. He wants self-development, and he will play any hand to make sure the person in his life that he actually loves develops as like an actual human being. And for Ren, she's kind of like, bro, like, why would you even like do what you gotta do? And he's like, I do this for her. Like, I'm not helping you. I'm not your friend. Like, I want her to succeed in life. From that, we jump over to Akito and Kurano, who are discussing like, how Akito feels about the whole situation with Akira, and how like even though she is connected and how she was destined, how lonely she feels knowing that these bonds, like as much as she's praying and hoping that they last forever, that this special connection would like be eternity, that the very words her father literally passed on to her, she wishes that those were real, but she knows deep inside that's just hoping for a little too much. It's kind of heartbreaking, honestly, to hear all that. And we see just fucking Rin just show up with a knife ready to kill Akito, and then she's like, bro, you want the box so fucking bad? And this was a box that the main head servant gave to Akito, saying that this would, because Akito straight up said to Akito, like, the only person in this world I love more than you is your mom. And for the head of the house to just gone, like, she plays sides too much, and it just pissed me off. It's like, bro, chill the fuck out, okay? Like, you need to chill. Like, you're out here doing way too much. Stop fucking filling this little kid's head with all these like notions. You gotta be real with the kid. Don't fucking put him in a fantasy world. But because of all this, it gets very intense. She's about to kill her. She wants to threaten to kill her, and then she throws the box, only for the box to be empty. And the box was more of as a metaphor for the idea of like, there's more to us than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person that you miss the most, that you were willing to kill your own child for, like, that person is passed on. You need to move on and stop using little crutches to hold on to them. And right when Rin goes to the box and tries to like hug it, or I don't know what the fuck she's trying to do to it, like she's trying to find comfort in it, Akito grabs a knife and is about to end her fucking life, but then snap. A fucking snap, man. I was so shocked. I was shocked to see what happened next. That it was the person who lost the connection to Akito now was the kid, the fucking little dude. Was he the boar? No, he's not the boar. He's the tiger, I think, or what was he again? With the snake. You know what I'm saying? The fucking guy. I forgot what he was. Tiger. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. But yeah, like the dude with the little sister. Like, he ends up getting like broken free, and he knows this. He picks up his sister for the first time. He can hold his baby sister without changing into that to an animal anymore. And his mom is so happy. His mom embraces him, and he can finally he lets all the emotions that the past spirits have felt, and now he can just have his own feelings now. He's no longer carrying everybody else's feelings. Now he's allowed to have his own feelings. And honestly, that's fucking amazing. That's fucking great. I'm all for it, and I'm happy for it. And of course Akito just gives up, and she's just like, you know what? Like, I'm done. I'm not gonna bother with this bitch anymore. They take Ren out. She's just in a weird headspace, and it seems like the family's playing sides of the people who work for Ren are like, dude, what are you doing? And then of course the head of the family, the head of the servant, is like, well, Akito's the main person, so you all should just fucking chill and do whatever the fuck she wants, okay? Get it, got it, good. Eventually Kurano takes her out and is talking with her, and Kurano's the first to kind of just be like, look, we need to change, we need to be better. But what sucks the most is for Akito, why didn't you tell me this before? Like, you've been, in a sense, babying me, sheltering me, and now I'm not prepared for how I'm feeling, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And just when I thought this episode already had too many shocks, too many, I was not prepared for what happened with Kurano. She's hugging Kurano and she blames him for like not being the person to force her to like grow up in a sense, or to look beyond the bonds that you have already. And she stabs Kurano, bro. Oh my god, I was so fucking shocked. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect her to fucking take out Kurano like that. It honestly threw me for a huge loop. Wow, I did not expect it whatsoever. With Kurano being stabbed, he's still worries about Akito, and as he's bleeding out, we don't know what's gonna happen in the next episode. The last thing we see in this episode is that as Kyo's done eating dinner, he wants to leave the house, and Tohru really wants to tell him how he feels. And then we end the episode, and I'm just like, why? Why do we end the episode here? Why? I'm not leaving yet, but why? I wasn't prepared to leave the episode there. I was honestly really hoping we'd see more, but it is what it is. But there's a lot of big. Let me get into the symbolism in this episode, because there's a big symbolism and a big compare and contrast between two big characters and two characters that we've only known their legacies of, and that's Kyoko and Ren. They're both moms. They both have their children, and they both lose their husbands that have set them on a path and made them feel like that love is more precious than life itself, even more than their own children. The only big difference is for Kyoko, Tohru showed her that she could, love again. She doesn't need to be her father, even though that's what initially brought back Kyoko. It's the idea that that Tohru was willing to go that far to comfort her mom, to abandon her self-individuality, to give herself her father's personality in order to bring her mom back. And that gesture alone is the reason why Kyoko come back. It's not because she acts just like her dad, but because the act of acting like her dad. While for Ren just cannot even look at Akito without thinking of Akira. And like the fact that Akira's put love and poured his life into making Akito so special and enjoying her, he at the same time put them on the same boat. And it's just these two moms really are different, and they're very much the antithesis of each other, just like how both their daughters are. When it comes to Akito and it comes to Tohru, Akito is kind of not deserve the love. If anyone was truly going to be like a reestablished god for the Zodiac, it's Tohru, someone who's went out of the way to meet every individual member and to bond with them, or to even just enjoy their presence in a way that's different than others. And I think that's what makes Tohru's character so much like Akito, is that they both, I wouldn't say they both deserve the love that they have gotten by the Zodiac members, but for at least Tohru, she's earned it. She hasn't been bequeathed it. She hasn't inherited it from like an ancient curse or an ancient destiny. No, this is something that she established herself. The very relationships that she has rival, probably even dwarf, what these Zodiac's members feel for Akito. And I think that's what really paints this big picture of like the mothers and the daughters in this episode, comparing them to each other, is like Akito and Ren have just such a distorted view of love. It's kind of toxic, it's more obsessive, it's just very, it's very, I don't want to use the word disgusting, but it's perverted. It's a perverted sense of love and entitlement and ownership of one's body. While for Tohru and Kyoko, it's earned, it's genuine, it's not just taken for granted or perverted in any way. It's pure, it's honestly like unbelievable. I even say divine. But that's gonna be it for this episode. This episode honestly was like a good like A- episode. It's gonna give it like an 8.9 out of 10. Like it was honestly fucking great. I liked it a lot. I love seeing the quarrel between Akito and Ren, and I actually like the background story. And I don't know what's gonna happen to Kurano, guys. Let me down below if you guys think Kurano's gonna make it or he's not. Don't forget to leave a like. Smash that like button, bro. Let's get this channel up. And also, when you're at that, smash that subscribe button. Let's get this channel up to 1,000 subs. We're on our journey. We hit 50. Let's keep going. I might do a special video for 100. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for your boy Poppy Wolf saying peace out, peace, love, and remember, 1,000 subscribers.